Hi guys, how's it going? This is Enrique, and this is Critique Corner. I've been working as a professional artist for several years. I don't know everything, but I know a good amount about art and drawing. The way this segment's gonna work is you send me your drawings via email, and I will give you my honest critique and do my best to help. These are my first impressions. So anyways, let's get started. Hi guys, how's it going? This is Easy Things to Draw. This is the Critique Corner segment. The intro pretty much explained, what's going on. I'm bringing on different people now because I thought that was going to kind of change up the pace and make it more interesting for everybody, and including me. I kind of got bored of critiquing stuff totally on my own. So I just bring in friends and other artists. This is Sally. Say hi, Sally.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Sally, Sally's a really proficient artist. She doesn't draw a lot though, right? Because that's what I would...
More of a hobbyist, yeah.
Yeah, like a hobbyist. But then I remember we were going to we did life drawing together, and that was the first time I saw. I don't even know if I told you this. That was the first time I saw. I was like, oh man, you're like way better than I thought you were.
All right then.
Okay.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, but that was when I first saw it. I was like, oh dang, your proportion's really good. Like, oh my god. But I basically brought her in as just another opinion, just straight up. You know what I mean? We're not saying like we're the kings of anything. We're just like, hey, this is just an opinion, and that's all it is. So let's get started. This is Captain America, and I don't remember who it was from. I labeled it, It's Not Always. I don't know why I labeled it that. I must have labeled it that because that's the title of the email or something. But you can talk.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, so let's start out with some stuff. I think the easiest thing for me to say that's not focusing on one specific area too much is that, which I think this is caused because they did do such a shaded, blended version of this. I think that...
I think it's a shitty job.
I did not say that, no.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Hearing things.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying.
Right, okay.
It's not like you're going to say like a harsh critique.
No,
Sorry.
I was going to say basically because it's so shaded, all the colors are blended in, it comes off not nearly as masculine as the photo, which is a little bit more harsher lines. You can see his cheekbones cut in, the shading's a little darker. Mm-hmm. Just things are just a little more squared off, I would say, or like sharper lines. The one on the right ends up looking a little bit younger. A little, maybe a younger version, because it seems as if like his jaw and stuff like that haven't developed quite as much yet.
Oh, doodle on that? Oh,
yeah, so to be like,
flip it around.
To be more specific with that, I would say like his nose over here, as you can see, it's like, oops, this isn't pressing.
Is it working?
There we go, okay. Sorry. So his nose in this area, you see it's very pointy on this picture.
Yeah.
Over here. Over here, they added shading here, which I really don't see on the one on the left, which just rounded it out a little bit more, made it more of a ski slope nose, something children generally more have. It's not quite as thin and angular and pointed as the nose on the left. I could say the same exact thing about the eyebrows. They're a little bit more rounded, have a little bit more of a worried expression than they do over here. Over here, this line is pretty straight. This line is really not straight.
Yeah, I didn't notice until you said that. Yeah, that's so true.
Another thing that would make it look more manly and more distinguished, hairline. His coif is much higher on the left.
What's that word? Is that real?
That's a word I think that I'm using correctly.
Okay. I'm not into hair.
Basically just like, it flips up really high. Not as high over here. Not that that's a really big deal for, recognizing the character, but I would say that does stand out.
Yeah, that's true.
His chin is a little thinner on the left.
Yeah.
Just another more pointy, manly quality that, would help make the two of them more identical. I don't know if you want to say anything.
You said a lot of what I was thinking. Let me see. Let me do another layer.
He is missing sideburns.
That's true.
On the right.
That is very true.
Could always add in those sideburns. That's another manly quality.
Let me look at it
manly
for a second.
Sideburns.
Yeah, everything you said I was thinking too. Like, you said most of everything. He's got to make that...
eyebrows a little straighter.
Yeah, more stern expression.
I think the lips are a little full on the right.
Okay, I can
another youthful our more feminine, softer feature that's a little bit harsher on the left.
Right. I mentioned this before. I thought his eyes are way too far away in the drawing.
Yeah, I can see that.
And they're closer. And I think that's because his head in the picture. Oh, let me pull there. His head in the picture, just overall, is longer. I think, like a little bit longer. And you're right about that jaw. The jaw is like probably the biggest difference. I think he has a really square jaw on the.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, on the right. Yeah, it looks like a little boy version of him, kind
It
of.
really does. It does look like him, though.
No, it does.
But
yeah.
it's, yeah.
I can tell who it is. I mean, even without the picture.
Definitely.
Yeah, right.
The two wrinkle lines between the eyebrows are pretty close together and straight on the left. Almost like two parallel vertical lines. On the right, they're a little bit, one of them's curved over a bit more. I don't know. They're just not quite as,
Yeah.
intense or, his wrinkle. He's not as wrinkly.
Right.
He looks younger.
And this is good, by the way, from a photo. Like,
Yeah.
we have to nitpick, though, right? That's the point of this. You have to, like, be like, you're helping. For me, when I get help, I like people to tell me what it is I need to fix, as opposed to just saying, good job, and that's the end of it,
Yeah.
Plus, like, there wouldn't really be a segment if we didn't do that. I can think of some on a different note. It would be the hue and saturation. The color on the right one is very desaturated. If you look at this, he's got a very hot look to his skin. You can even kind of color select it. See, he's got a more more vibrant color. And right here, see how different that is?
A little bit more sallow.
Yeah, he's so yellow
Yellowy,
here.
yeah.
So I would
can see that.
pump the, let me see, maybe if I just put up the hue, hold on. Like the saturation of it, let me try it. That's slightly closer almost. Let me throw a little bit of, it might be too much there, but I don't know. That's just a start. If you want to color select, guys do that. I mean, that's cheating straight up, but he didn't want to cheat. I'm aware, But some guys do that. See how it looks super black and white now almost compared to the way it used to
yeah.
be? Yeah, he needs more forehead. Definitely. I think you kind of touched on that a little bit on the hair. Honestly, the color for me really affects me a lot. Like the color is so dull. You really should.
I would add that little crease next to his mouth too, another thing you could add. See over here how he's got a little bit more creasy around the mouth, just because he looks older on the left. Just another way to add some age to it.
Yeah.
Looking at him, it's on his left, our right side of his mouth. He's got a little bit of a smile line.
Oh, I know why it's not working. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I know what I mean. There's a lot of creases. That's like super, super detailed, though, I think. Right?
Yeah, that's getting into a super detailed area.
Right. When we're talking about painting, for me, personally, the painting part, pump the saturation. I think that's to do with like a little bit of fear, because I do the same thing. Some of my colors are a little bit duller, You can't be afraid to look, because I know sometimes I'm like, oh no, it's going to look too cartoony. But he has blood running through his face. It's got to be closer. That's not closer. It's got to be closer. He's got that orangey look to him. The other thing that really, really stands out to me is the edges. Everything is super soft.
I can see almost as if on this guy's on his right ear, on the right side, the actual photo that he the artist created, the earlobe is actually attached, which is actually a genetic thing. Some people have attached, some people have detached. The actor has detached.
Yeah, I was gonna say the actors are not.
It's almost as if he blended the outside lines, smoothed it out a bit.
Right.
But actually, that's a super minor detail again too. Earlobes and whatnot, but little things,
Yeah, I was gonna say
that I can think of.
I would think the under the neck though, that's a big thing. Wow.
The shading's pretty dark on the left. Yeah.
But I was gonna say it should be a harder edge right here.
Yeah.
Because it's the end of his face.
Yeah, and it also already he looks older. To be honest,
like the end of his,
just from that,
it's kind of cut that out,
creates a stronger jaw.
Right. Yeah. Let me try the thing with his eyes. Talk about something while let me try to mess with the eyes.
Oh, let's see. There's actually a huge, light source. What do you call it? Like a highlight on top of his hair in the photo that you could add to the artist's rendition, which would help make the hair look a little bit more realistic, adding some shine to it.
True.
Right at the part and right on top of the head.
Let me see that. Maybe.
I think it's showing a little bit too much nostril.
Too much nostril. Oh yeah,
much
I was.
nostril.
You're right. You
Yeah.
caught on to what I was. That's another thing I was gonna say actually earlier, but you kind of started talking about it. Yeah, like underneath, his nose is more like.
Yeah, it's just tilted up a little bit more youthful
Yeah.
than the actual
Yeah,
photograph.
he's got like a girl from a Disney kind of thing.
Disney princess nose.
Yeah,
cute,
like where it curls
a
up.
cute nose.
Yeah,
But
he needs more
the
of like
actor
a-
doesn't have a cute nose. He's got like a man's nose.
Yeah, he does. He's like an angular nose.
And to get rid of, yeah, that would help.
He's not that tall. I don't know if I told you. I saw him at Comic-Con.
Oh, interesting.
He wasn't that tall. I
Not
ran
as
it. I
tall as you
bumped into him.
expected.
I bumped into him. I did bump into him actually. It was at the premiere. Of this is a tangent, but the Captain America 1 when that came out, we got to see a screening of it early, and then Chris Evans was going to be there in San Diego Comic-Con, the theater right next door to it, and then we got to go see like the first people to see Captain America, blah blah blah, and then he would come in there and introduce the movie for us. He'd go to every different theater and be like, "Hey guys, I'm proud of this movie," and anywho, but that's when I bumped into him, like literally bumped into him at the, what do you call that, where they serve food. Anyways,
Arts
that-
and crafts? I mean,
Arts-
craft services?
Yeah, craft services.
I don't know how that came out,
I just
yeah.
remember thinking like, oh, he's not that big of a dude. I thought he was gonna be like way taller. Anyways,
I think they make people look taller on screen sometimes.
no, yeah. Anyways, I think that's it, really, right?
That's all I can really think of right now.
Yeah, that was a lot. Let me see. Let me try to recap because
Don't be afraid to make your shading a lot more, just stark and blunt, you know?
yeah.
He's a angularly faced man.
Yeah, I would say, okay, like if you remember anything, for me anyway, remember the edges. The edges,
Yeah.
like make some hard lines, because a lot of it's
Definitely.
too soft. And I think that has to do with your color, your brush selection. I don't know how often, man, I wish I knew your real name, man. I forgot it. I don't know if it was in the email or not, if it was just a username, but play around with the brushes, because I don't see almost any hard lines.
Hard lines, yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
in the eyes a
that's the
little
one
bit.
I left that on accident. I actually think he cut out the thing with a hard line. It looks like he took.
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe kind of blended it after he was done.
Yeah,
the whole
it,
thing.
It looks like he cut the sides of it out. Anyways, that's about it. It's really good, by the way. It's good practice. I used to do this a lot. I need to do this again. You take a real photo, you try to paint it, you try really hard not to color select.
Hard lines on the right side of the face. Well, the character's left side of his face would help too, because it would kind of differentiate that ear's kind of behind him.
Yeah, I think it
Or maybe the sideburns would fix that.
probably. I think the sideburns definitely separate the ear from the front.
Yeah,
the
that would
face.
help. Yeah, for sure. It's just a barrier.
Yeah. Anyways, that's about all I have. Now
Yeah.
we're rambling, so. All right.
Pretty
so,
good. Like the blue eyes, though.
Yeah.
Kept that intense stare.
On the guy or
You know.
the.
Well, they're both pretty blue, you know? He
Yeah.
kept that really blue eyes. Cute.
I know.
Not hitting on a photograph or anything. I'm just,
That's gross.
moving on.
Okay. Anyways, if you guys want to send in something, send it to omegaman20@gmail.com. I'll put the email in the description. I'm Enrique, and this is
Sally.
Say bye, Sally.
Have a great day, guys.